You walk through the door, proper knackered from the day, and drop your keys. You turn on the TV, scroll past 3 dozen brand new shows, and put on the exact same sitcom you've already seen 6 times. As soon as that theme tune hits, something physical happens. Your jaw unclenches, your breathing slows down, your brain knows the jokes before they land, and your body finally lets go. And here's the mad part. You somehow have the mental capacity to recite half the dialogue from memory, but you haven't got the energy to reply to a single text message. You keep the screen glaring into the room because turning it off means letting the room go quiet. And quiet means whatever low-level panic you've been carrying all day gets to float back up. That relief comes from a guarantee. You're choosing a world where the script is fixed, finally lifting the heavy weight of having to guess what happens next. Because outside that screen, guessing is all you do. Take work, for example. You spend half the morning quietly tracking your manager's mood, tweaking your emails and adjusting your tone to make sure the weather stays calm. Or, with your partner, you're constantly scanning for tiny signs of frustration, trying to work out how to fix problems that haven't even been spoken aloud before they can turn into conflict. Then you get home, the room goes quiet, and your brain begins a forensic analysis of every minor conversation you had that day, checking whether you accidentally said the wrong thing to the barista. Even socializing feels heavy. Walking into a pub with a brand new group of people feels like a massive emotional risk. You have to calculate every shifting dynamic on the fly just to feel as though you belong. You're playing defense every waking hour. You're burning through your entire emotional battery just to survive a completely standard Tuesday without letting the environment catch fire or accidentally letting anyone down. You've got this deeply ingrained habit of editing yourself. You'll type out an honest text, stare at it, delete the whole thing, and send a self-deprecating joke instead, just to keep the peace. Which leads to a fairly heavy reality. Your load-bearing mental stability is currently being held up by a 20-minute fictional comedy because it's the only thing in your life that doesn't require constant calculation. You've successfully rebranded your fear of conflict to your friends as an easygoing personality. They reckon you're chilled out, but really, you're just proper exhausted from the effort of keeping everyone else's world in order. That habit of scanning the room, the way you track every shifting mood before you can relax, is a high-level skill that can have a heavy origin. For some people, you get that good at reading others because, for a long time, knowing exactly how the adults felt was your best way to stay safe. You learned a survival tactic early on. You made yourself small. You stepped back and quietly absorbed the tension in the house, making sure you never accidentally set off a reaction you couldn't predict because the consequences of being seen felt too high. When the house felt inconsistent, you found safety in things that weren't. You'd read the same book over and over, or watch the exact same film because the path was always guaranteed. The story never suddenly changed its mood or left you wondering where you stood. And the adults around you rewarded it. They praised you for being so mature and easy to raise, entirely missing that you were only being quiet because you were scared to take up space or demand attention for your own complicated feelings. That early positive reinforcement trained your brain to seek out the familiar. It taught you that slipping away into a fictional world could feel like the only truly reliable way to feel secure because people seemed unpredictable, but a well-worn script would never let you down. One relevant psychological idea here is processing fluency. When your cognitive resources feel drained from managing real, unpredictable people all day, familiar information can be easier for your brain to process. Your brain starts craving low-effort, predictable information. It reaches for what it already knows, a familiar path requiring almost no energy to follow while you recover from the outside world. It's like an old internal alarm system firing to protect you from the storms of your past, desperately seeking shelter even when your present is safer now. You're using a map built for a house you don't live in anymore, just to keep your bearings. Rewatching that show is a functional, protective choice. It's a risk-free way to find the security you've been providing for everyone else all day, finally allowing the old alarm system to stand down while the world on screen looks after itself for once.